Diddy debrief after Friday's bail hearing. Liz Everest report. Federal prosecutor says a witness to Cassie hotel attack is cooperating and testifying at ongoing grand jury looking into additional criminal charges, and that this witness recorded hotel attack on cell phone. Also says a male sex worker was in the room during attack, which allegedly happened during a freak-off. Diddy defense team says prosecutors altered video to make him look more dangerous, but prosecutors say not true and that Diddy paid $100,000 to destroy original video. Diddy lawyers say he cannot prepare for trial behind bars. Proposed $50 million bail package, including live 24-hour private security guards watching him day and night. Prosecutors say Diddy can't be trusted because he does not follow rules at MDC. So how could he be trusted on bail? Defense wants him released on home detention in an Upper East Side 3-bedroom apartment. Judge expected to rule on bail this week.
Talk with you a little bit about some of the things with the Diddy case, because there was a lot that was said in court on Friday at that bail hearing where no decision was made by the judge. He said he's going to be making the decision this week. So I wanted to just talk with you about a couple of things that came up in court, throw them out to you in sort of a Diddy debrief, which I'm going to start doing now as things are heating up, because there's a lot that's being said in the courtroom that actually doesn't get reported, not because there's a conspiracy, but just because of time and space limitations. It doesn't get reported in the regular news, and you really have to listen very, very carefully, kind of like almost listen in between the lines to hear what's being said. So I wanted to get this out to you tonight because the judge, Arun Subramanian, said on Friday that he plans to have a rapid decision about Diddy's bail, which we would expect sometime this week, possibly before the, before Thanksgiving. So anyway, in court, one of the issues that was coming up there, this back and forth between the prosecutors and also Diddy's attorney, mainly Mark Agnifilo, his lead attorney in the case. And Agnifilo had accused the prosecutors of altering the video that we saw of that horrific beating of Cassie, saying that they had edited the video. This is what he alleged in court. Excuse me. He alleged in court that the prosecutors had actually changed the video, edited the raw video of the attack to make it look more menacing, to make Sean Diddy Combs look more threatening, and basically to kind of make it look worse than it actually was. So the prosecutors really objected to that. The prosecutor who was speaking on Friday, she said, wait a minute. She goes, we don't have the raw video of that attack. The raw video of that attack does not exist anymore because of the simple fact that Diddy paid hotel security or somebody at the hotel $100,000 in order to have the original video in its entirety destroyed. They said they only have the video that was shown on CNN, which was edited, and that they did not change any of that. It's what they got basically from CNN. So that was an interesting point. Why is that interesting? Because in talking about this and explaining why she could not, the female prosecutor, why they did not edit the video, she also said and revealed in court that there was a third person, somebody with a cell phone in that hallway. She said this individual was taking cell phone video of the attack, which she could not enter the cell phone video into evidence at this point because that individual, check this out, is a witness for the prosecution in the case and is an active witness before an ongoing grand jury. So I'll leave that to you to try to connect the dots and figure out what all of that means. But that was pretty amazing information because I haven't heard that or read that or seen that anywhere else. The other thing that was interesting, she said that in the hotel room, there was a third person, well, maybe a fourth person, but another person in the hotel room, and that person in the hotel room was a male sex worker. This was at the time of that attack at the hotel on Cassie. So this is very interesting because they have cell phone video, which we haven't seen yet, supposedly taken in the hallway of the attack. What does that tell us? I don't know. But obviously the person who took that cell phone video is showing it, is talking about it to the grand jury because they are a prosecution witness. So that's a very interesting thing. The fact that there was a male sex worker in the hotel room, that's also another interesting fact to me, because it's something that we haven't heard before. Now, in terms of the bail, the big issue are the two main issues with any kind of bail, but especially in this case, is the fear of flight of the person, of the defendant, and the other issue is, are they capable of witness tampering? Will they obstruct justice? Will they interfere with the trial moving forward? So Agnifilo, Diddy's attorney, is saying, listen, he's at a tremendous disadvantage being at MDC, because there's all this evidence that he has to go over, that he finally just got a laptop provided by the prosecution with the discovery. That's the, what will be presented as evidence, or could be presented as evidence in the case, that he got that laptop on Friday, right before the hearing, right before the bail hearing, that he got it. So he's at a disadvantage, because I'm sure the Wi-Fi, which I've heard from a number of sources at MDC, it's not your 5G ultra high speed or your ultra high speed Wi-Fi like you might have in your office or you have in your home. So Diddy has to review all these things and tell his defense team, this is who this person is, this is what they did. The other issue on Diddy's side were these legal files, which Mark Agnifilo was trying to portray a case that Diddy, without bail, it's denying him his right to a fair trial, which is a constitutional right. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this shakes out. Now, in terms of the bail application itself, Agnifilo was asking for him to be released on home detention with with active monitoring by an independent security company that would report directly to the prosecutors and to the pretrial services, which some of you who've been through the system or who are in the legal profession know what that is. They're the ones that have to approve the bail package. They didn't seem too impressed at all with what Agnifilo was saying. He wanted him released, Diddy released on this $50 million bail package to his Miami mansion on Star Island. And as soon as he said, yes, it's a private property with a boat dock, the judge jumped in right there and said, that's not acceptable. What do you have in this jurisdiction, meaning the Southern District of New York? So Agnifilo talked with some of the other attorneys, and then he came back and he said, listen, what we have a 3-bedroom apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, which will be monitored. Diddy will only be allowed internet access to review his case. He'll be limited to phone calls. Prosecutor said, that's not going to fly. He's been at MDC. We have proof, the prosecutor said, that he's using the passcodes, the phone passcodes from other inmates in order to make calls to third party or doing third party calls in order to talk with witnesses and that type of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what shakes out with this. We'll find out probably this week. There's not a specific hearing time